Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Crystal. For today's video, I'm going to be planting up some fall containers for my backyard porch. So if you're ready, let's go. So these are the containers I will be using for today's project. It's just going to be a small display here of terracotta. I love terracotta. I also have another terracotta pot over there that's actually quite tall. I will be bringing that out and planting it up probably, I don't know, within the next week or so. If I do it in time, I will insert that clip of that planter somewhere in this video. If not, then it'll be okay. But yeah, these are the pots I will be using. Just something, you know, small and cute. Ignore everything around us. That's a project as far as the grass that will be coming next spring, unfortunately, or 2023 spring. Anyways, back to the pots. So these are the pots we'll be using, and let me show you the fall plants that I've got. And I have a load of pansies. I've got a couple of different varieties here. These are the Matrix Clear Mix. I've got a little bit over half a flat. So those two and these four and these two are the same variety. I've got Matrix Rose Wing, and look at how pretty those are. I have Frizzle Sizzle. I believe these are the blue. Frizzle Sizzle Blue, yes. And then these gorgeous little creatures are Grandio Yellow with Blotch. These are all pansies. Some other things that I will be using are the Osaka White flowering cabbage. They make this very beautiful kind of light pink center that I'm pretty obsessed with. I've got a mustard here. And I have one Color Max Mix Viola, which is very similar to the Matrix Pansy I just showed you. These are for another project. I have a Purple Fountain Grass that I forgot to water, so it's a little sad, but it'll bounce right back. And a Black-Eyed Susan called Amarillo Gold. I'm sure they call it Amarillo, but you know, being Hispanic, I have to say Amarillo. I've got some Snapdragons that are also a little bit sad, so they're soaking up. This is also for another project. And for my pots, as always, I will be using the Sun Grow mix, and I'll be using some plant tone. I will be using some plant tone because I expect these pansies to last all the way through spring because of our very mild winter here. So here they are, all potted up. I know you probably saw me watering them overhead. I don't actually do that on a regular basis. I do sometimes do that on containers on the first time because I tend to get the plants a little dirty up top, and I just like them to look clean and fresh the first time. But you don't really want to be doing that on a regular basis, or you can damage your plants and cause diseases and things like that. If you do it one time, it's not really gonna make a big difference. They'll be just fine. So anyways, here is our grass. It'll be nice and purple and really tall. Just give it a little time. I know, like I said, I wasn't properly watering it when it was in its nursery container, but it'll be just fine. I put the ornamental cabbage here in the front. It'll get nice and full here. And then I rounded it off with one frizzle sizzle and then a yellow blotch. Blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, all the way around. I did a pot of just the cute little snapdragons here, and then a pot of the mix of the matrix colors here, which will be really nice and fun. I did my rudbeckia here, mustard, the violas, ornamental cabbage, and then another mix of the pansies. So these will definitely die back once it gets a little too cold, which will be perfect because I can pull that out and give room for this mustard because it will get pretty big. About, I think it gets like 24 to 30 inches tall, so that'll give it some room for this. I'll pop this out once it dies back and put it somewhere in the landscape. These will get nice and full. The grass will die back as well, and I'll pull that out and put something more more Christmas type in the center. Don't know yet what I'll put there, or even if I really will put something in there, I could just leave it in the center for the cabbage or add a little bit more pansies in there once I'm ready to pull that out as well. I've also received several questions about whether or not pansies and violas and snapdragons will live through the winter, or people concerned as to why I'm planting beautiful flowers in fall. And a reminder, I live in zones 8, so that's why I can get away with it. Sorry, I wanted to put my face towards the camera. Like I was saying, yeah, I'm living in zone 8 in South Carolina. Very humid, very mild winter. So pansies and violas and snapdragons and the ornamental cabbage and kale and cool season vegetables and flowers like that will thrive all the way through the fall, winter, even into end of spring, and they actually won't die or just perform poorly until the end of spring. Last year that was middle of May, right before around Mother's Day. Just ended up pulling things out because it was pretty much summer at that point. So make sure you Google your garden zone if you haven't already, and plant whatever is available to you at that time to be able to have some pretty vegetables and flowers throughout the fall and winter months for you. Alright, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!